peeps at home. Here we've got, hey, Tony. All right, here we got cell respiration. Today, we're going to talk a little bit about photosynthesis. And if we're talking about photosynthesis, yeah, thanks. Oh, you're making me nervous. Oh, there you go. Sharon, that's so nice. So you can sit there, that's fine. Okay, we got this big picture. Okay, we've got glucose. We're breaking down glucose. We got 6 carbons. We're breaking them down into 2, 3 carbons. We lose a carbon as CO2. We become those 2 carbons, right? Then we get our Uber driver to pick us up, okay, and take us to the cycle. We go round and round. She spins me right round, baby, right round like a record, baby, right. Look at this kid. All right. Okay, all of this is really to get us to one place, right? And that is here. I want the ATP, the adenosine triphosphate. That's the energy that I need to open these doors, right? Okay, so right now I'm breathing in oxygen. Here's my oxygen. Okay, I'm eating food. Okay, but ultimately I'm doing that because, well, I saved some in my.
Oh yeah, sure.
So I can open doors. I don't want to just open this door physically like this, right? I want this door to open and close inside my body, inside my cells. Remember, our cells are where eukaryotic cells. Our cells are the ones that are membrane bound. We got a nucleus. Okay, and I want to remind you of this. So those of you who are watching online, on Tuesday, okay, this Tuesday, Monday, I'm going to see you. My first period class is only in here for 8 minutes, but I'll see you guys for a little bit longer. This is going to be Tuesday. You're going to see something very similar to this, okay? Now listen, on Wednesday, okay, and I'll make you a deal on this. On Wednesday, I want you to, I hate it when I do that. Hold on, let me go like this. Okay, we're going to do another short multiple choice test. Okay, here's my deal. Okay, no, Wednesday. So this is going to be Tuesday. Okay, this is going to be worth like 30 points. Okay, but hopefully it's not that bad. Mr. McNeely right now is telling me that he's already done all the self parts he's doing right now with this kid. So I didn't realize maybe that's going to jog your memory. Okay, now you've seen this before. On Wednesday, I'm going to give you 20 multiple choice questions. Here's my deal. You get 5 points, correct? I'll give you 20 points.
Bet.
Y'all with me on
How many
this?
is 5 points?
No cap, brother. Okay, yeah. So 5, you get 5 right. Okay, you get 20 points. If you don't get 5 right, gosh, I don't know. I haven't even thought about that option because I'm hoping that
We get how many questions are there?
20.
And I can get.
Okay, but you've seen them all before. Look at this first one. We did this. This is from first semester, but I'm more curious, like, what do you guys still remember? Like, what did you learn? What stuck with you? Look at this first question. A scientist performs a series of experiments to confirm an idea regarding cellular metabolism. Results of the experiments support the scientist's initial idea. Many other scientists perform experiments that support the same idea. This could now be considered a theory, hypothesis, observation, control. It's the theory, right? All the scientists got together. Okay, look at this. You've seen these before. Okay, this was this one kills me. I hope you can get, let's just do number 2 real quick. I was shocked at the number of people that missed this one. 2 students were testing the amount of fertilizer that would best promote the growth of strawberries in a garden. Which of the following would be the dependent variable? Okay, dependent. The type of fertilizer, the amount of fertilizer, the growth of the strawberries, or the study of how fertilizer affects the plant. Okay, definitely not the last one.
C.
Definitely C, right? We're measuring the growth because we did that with our lettuce, right? Okay, dependent as measurement. I can see where you say like the amount of fertilizer, right? But that's what I'm changing, right? I'm going to see like maybe more fertilizer here, less fertilizer here, and so on and so forth. Okay, Remember these? Do you guys remember these? Look at this one. Test tubes and the control. Remember this one, Mount St. Helens, volcano erupted, stages of succession. Remember this one right here? Okay, we had our sheephead, our fish, our giant sea bass. That's our, remember that rule of 10 going up? Remember this stuff? Okay, so then this was the one we did just the other day. Okay, and I'm hoping that, remember I said I'd give you 10 points if you get one correct. By the way, congrats. It's the first time in the history of me teaching this class and doing it this way, okay, that I did not have to give anyone a 0. Like seriously, man. Okay, all right. Okay, so there you go. There's the whole thing. 20 questions. That will be in 2 separate Google Forms because I need to look at the data a little bit differently. Okay, that's Wednesday. Okay, Thursday and Friday I have something else planned for those days. Okay, so you don't, I know you're stressed. Okay, there's a lot going on. So that's why I'm doing this kind of block. Does this sound fair, everybody? Everybody good with this? Okay, I still want to see what you know. Okay, and I think we could do it this way. All right, let's talk photosynthesis. We're going to watch this short little Amoeba Sisters and talk about this, and then we're gonna
the buddy gonna like poop inside?
Oh man, I hope it poops. I hope it poops.
I'm kind of worried now. I kind of.
Don't worry, be happy. All right, stay with me here, folks.
Talk about an incredible process that uses light, carbon dioxide, and water to make something awesome that we all love, sugar. Unfortunately, we cannot do this amazing, incredible process, which is known as photosynthesis. Some types of protists can do photosynthesis. Some types of bacteria can. And of course, plants can. Plants will be our focus for this video clip. Animals and amoebas just sort of missed out on this ability. But we do benefit from it greatly, as this process also produces oxygen, the very gas that we need in order to breathe. So this process is important for us to understand. First, a little background. Plants and animals need sugar, specifically glucose. Plants, as well as animals, use glucose to make ATP energy in a process known as cellular respiration. ATP energy is critical for cells to be able to carry out their cellular activities. But while we have to be in search of food to get glucose, plants instead can do photosynthesis to make their own glucose. So that's kind of nice because they don't have to go anywhere to get it. Plants have adaptations to make them able to carry out photosynthesis in a variety of environments. Here is the formula for photosynthesis. On the left side of the formula, you will find the reactants. That means these are the inputs. The plant has to have these in order to do photosynthesis. On the right side of the formula, you will see the products. That means those are the items that are produced by the plant, the outputs. Now, sometimes the formula is written a little differently. Technically, it needs to be balanced, and sometimes light is written on top of the arrow just to show that it's in the presence of light, so it may instead look like this. The C6H12O6, that product, it's a sugar, specifically glucose. Now, photosynthesis, it's not just a formula. Have you ever tried to capture light before?
Yeah.
It's hard. Plants have light-capturing molecules called pigments that help them do this. See, visible light, it has different wavelengths. Different wavelengths of light have different colors. If you have ever played with a prism before, you may have been able to see how light can be divided up into a rainbow of colors due to these different wavelengths. Well, one pigment that plants use for photosynthesis is called chlorophyll. Chlorophyll is an expert at absorbing red and blue light, but not so much green light. Because it does not absorb very much green light, it actually reflects green light. Therefore, many plants appear green to our eyes. There are more pigments besides chlorophyll that work with different wavelengths of light, and this can explain why green is not the only color that you see in plants. Chlorophyll is a pigment found in the chloroplast of plant cells. Convenient, they sound similar. This amazing organelle is not found in animal cells. There are two major reactions that occur in the chloroplast that together make up photosynthesis. The light-dependent reaction and the light-independent reaction. The light-independent reaction, by the way, is also called the Calvin cycle or dark reaction. So let's talk about these two reactions. The light-dependent reaction happens in thylakoids. What are thylakoids? Well, there are little compartments in the chloroplast, and they contain the pigment. They tend to be nicely stacked. It's a collective stack, we call it a granum. The best way to describe a granum is that it looks like a stack of green pancakes. Very, very small green pancakes. In the light-dependent reaction, light is converted by means of a complex process that involves multiple photosystems into chemical energy. By chemical energy, I mean ATP, we've mentioned that before, that's energy, and NADPH. We'll get to that later. During the light-dependent reaction, water, which is needed for this process to work, is split. That means if you think of the chemical formula for water, it's H2O, it is split so that you get electrons, protons, and oxygen. So oxygen is also a product of this reaction. So let's take a look at our formula to see what just happened. The light and the water on the reactant side were used in the light-dependent reaction. And the oxygen that was produced was also from this light-dependent reaction. Now, what about the other items in the formula? And why would you make this ATP and NADPH? What do they do? Where are they going to come in? Well, that's the next step, the light-independent reaction. The light-independent reaction also occurs in the chloroplast, but the name is misleading. It doesn't happen in the dark. It needs items from the light-dependent reaction, so they happen at the same time. Now, while it still happens in the chloroplast, as with plants, we're not going to be getting out of the chloroplast with this part, it does not happen in the thylakoids. Instead, it happens in the stroma, and the stroma is a fluid outside of the thylakoid. In this reaction, carbon dioxide must be fixed. What do I mean by fixed? Nothing was wrong with it. By fixed, I mean that with the additional help of a major enzyme, the inorganic carbon dioxide is changed to a more usable organic form. The ATP from the light-dependent reaction helps supply energy, and the NADPH from the light-dependent reaction supplies reducing power. By that, I mean that it helps add high-energy electrons to this process. So in a very complex series of pathways, the fixed carbon dioxide, the ATP, and the NADPH are used to make a product that can ultimately be converted into glucose. Phew. So let's take a look at this formula. Last time, I promise. So we have here the circled items already that came from the light-dependent reaction. Now notice the other items, the carbon dioxide on the reactant side, and the glucose, which was on the product side, those were from the light-independent reaction. Together, the light-dependent reaction and the light-independent reaction, which happen simultaneously, create the glucose that plants need to survive. The process of photosynthesis is necessary for plants to make sugar. Photosynthesis also supplies organisms with the oxygen they need because, remember, oxygen was a product. Also, since plants are the producers in food webs, photosynthesis is important because plants supply the energy for a lot of hungry consumers. Well, that's it for the Amoeba Sisters, and we remind you to stick.
Okay, just a little throwback.
Question.
If this, hold on a quick second, then I'll let you ask your question. What kind of consumer is this? It's a rabbit. Close. Primary. Why is it primary? It's eating plants, right? If it was eating an insect, it would be secondary. Yeah, Trace, what you got?
Okay, so does that mean colorblind people see the true colors?
Oh, that's great. Yeah, it didn't work that way, but that'd be that. I like your thought there. I like your thought.
Reflects certain colors, then
Yeah.
colorblind people see the actual.
Right. Yeah, I'll get it for you here in a minute. All right. So this whole process made ATP in us, but what you just looked at was the opposite, right? Those plants are making the sugar and making the oxygen that we need to survive. Have you thought about our lettuce at all? Okay. You want to see what it looks like?
Yeah.
You ready for this? Okay, hold on a second. All right, ready? Okay, hold on a second. Okay, what do you think?
Big boy.
Okay. All right, hold on a
Ha!
second.
I see it.
Okay, are you ready? Ready? You ready? Ready? I'm gonna make sure I'm in front of the camera, right? So soil lettuce, here we go. Here's soil lettuce. Okay, look at that. Okay. Okay, I really haven't done anything with it after we were done. So there's the soil lettuce. You ready for the fish poop lettuce? Here it is.
Yeah.
Okay. This is it. This is the nice fish poop lettuce.
Doing the fertilized
Okay,
stuff.
right? Okay, so, all right. Pretty interesting, right? Like, I mean, I didn't expect it to just get this big. I have kind of looked at it just to see. Mm. Mm.
No, you didn't. Oh, that is disgusting.
Mm.
That's really gross.
There's not,
You should wash it.
uh-uh.
That's nasty. I'm hungry.
Can I try a piece?
It's pretty good.
Can I try a piece?
It's pretty good. No, because I just licked it. And if you get COVID, yeah, because I licked it earlier today. I don't know. I don't know which one. Yeah, you know. It's a little,
Fish poopy.
let's see how this one tastes.
Oh!
Okay, I know you.
Why is he wearing midlickers now?
Yeah, that's
Lord help us
Whoa,
all.
curled lettuce.
a little crunchy. It's,
Hey,
not,
just think of it like
not as
bacon.
good there. Huh? What's that?
Think of it like bacon.
It's
Maybe
kind
show
of
that,
like,
make sure you don't have anything in your teeth.
it very tastes, yeah. Okay. Hang on, teeth. Huh?
Yeah, they're actually.
Maybe say.
There's no one even on there.
They don't know. All right, so why is this one crunchy?
Because it's water.
No water.
Yeah, I didn't water it, right? Okay. This one had water, okay? And it obviously grew too because it had what else?
Fertilization.
Yeah, we call those nutrients. Nutrients. What were the nutrients that allowed this to grow? I mean, this grew significantly from when you were there, right? Okay, we're talking like inches. Why? What were the nutrients?
Minerals and
Okay.
oxygen. And byproducts.
Okay, it's producing the oxygen, but what were like
No, there's byproducts in the poop.
yeah, they're byproducts in the poop. So what are the two big ones in the poop?
Minerals and
Phosphates and
Lipid.
Chromosomes.
something
I have
starts with
multiple.
something starts with an N. As in Nancy. Nancy. Nitrogen. Okay. All right. I know she did. Here's my impression of Myra. All right. Okay. So look, this is the opposite, right? This is no water, death, right? Now, if I would have taken the fish out of the water, do you think that we would have had as much growth? No, we don't, right? Right? It probably wouldn't have died. Look at the roots on that thing, man. The roots on this is like unbelievable, right? By the way, just note to self, okay? If you've learned anything today, it should be this. Don't eat dried lettuce. It's gross.
Really?
Yeah.
Can you grow me
Fish-
just so I can eat
Fish
it?
poop lettuce, not too shabby. Probably needed a little bit of a,
Sauce?
oh, like a
Salt,
little, yeah,
ranch?
a little ranch. Ranch makes everything good. All right, now, here's what I need you to do. I need you to go to Google Classroom, and I want you to open up the my class, and we are going to play a game. You do not have to log into this game, but I have a prize for the person with the highest score. I will give you a hint on the prize. It is not this, and it is not this. It is something way tastier than these
Oh, it's candy.
two things. Okay. All right.
This video is insane.
Also, note to self, if anybody, most people probably just want me dead, but if you're thinking that maybe this lettuce would kill me, I did try it first period and I'm still alive. So, oh, it could be a 24-hour thing. Maybe it's like, you're like, it could be, or maybe it's like I was fine before, right? Because I ate a little bit amount, and then now I ate Feinberg.
Wait.
Oh, God.
It's actually good, all you have to do is like a train
Be
here.
careful that cord.
All right, here we go. I need you to open up the Google Classroom. Let's look at the game.
It's on the last.
Oh, God, I hate it when it does that. All right, when you're there, and I want to explain this a little bit for the peeps, especially at home. Okay, so you click this, it opens up. This one, by the way, is different than the one on the side. Okay, again, you don't click load save game. Okay, we're gonna learn about photosynthesis. Now I will tell you.
I'm not playing your game.
Come on, Tony.
No.
All right, click start new game, and then click this, and then you are going to go through all 4 things, and then it'll give you, of course, your score sheet. Okay, again, I have a prize for someone who gets the highest. The highest, by the way, okay, first period was 92%, which was pretty amazing. Okay, the second place winner I think was in 86, but I didn't have a prize for that. Okay, so let me everybody look up here for a quick second. You've got to double click on the leaf anatomy. Okay, and then you're going to pilot your ship, and just like before, you're just going to shoot stuff with your space bar. Okay, and then you're going to try to find the site of photosynthesis. Notice at the top, it says, well done, you found it. Okay, so you have to read the top stuff. You have to read the top stuff to get to the next part. Now, let me give you a little bit of advice. I didn't tell the first period class, but they got really super frustrated. When you get to the Calvin cycle, notice that's not the Krebs cycle, that's the Calvin cycle. When you get to the Calvin cycle, people are like, I'm not winning. What am I doing? You're going to have to do something 16 times. Remember this number. It sounds like I'm making that up, and like maybe it's some sort of flaw in the game. There's a very specific reason why you have to do it 16 times, and we'll talk about that later. Okay, so work through these. Everyone had plenty of time. I know we're out of here. And, let's see, 6th period or 5th period. We got plenty of time to do this. Yes.
Can you do this for me?
No. Okay, so I'm also going to play some music,
What do I click
and I've been enjoying this game of like, you tell me the name of the movie or the TV show this comes from. Okay, so I'm going to start with this one, and I'll give you a reason why I'm playing this in a second, but this is a movie. Okay, so this is a movie, and man alive, when I heard this news this morning at like 5 o'clock about the upcoming, I won't say anymore. You tell me if you can figure out. I'll tell you, but see if you can figure out what movie this is. No.
I think it's because it makes something like that excited already.
I'm not, but that's definitely not iCarly. Thank you. All right, so here's, yeah, you got it. So here was my news.
I really just said that. Like,
Oh, I wish you guys could talk.
way before she said the thing started.
So the new Spider-Man is gonna have Andrew Garfield, Tobey Maguire, and freaking Tom Holland. Like I just got chills. Like that's insane to me. All right, we'll play this for a minute, then I got another soundtrack. Those of you who are watching at home, please check your grades and get those things up. That cell game, go back to that. Show me that you attempted it. I would appreciate that. And email me if you have any questions. Bye.